When using moving lights with cues or playback sequences, the console will help you to make smooth transitions from one cue to the next using a function called auto-marking. When you use moving lights, you want to usually have nice transitions from one cue to the next. You don't want to see lights changing their color and gobo as they move across the stage. The way you can do this is to turn the lights off and allow the console to preset the light for you. This is called auto-marking. What's happening is that when the light turns off, the console is checking to see that the light is in fact off and hasn't been turned on manually or through a playback memory or some other source. And if it's actually off, before the new cue is executed, the console will move that light into its new position for you. This is a very helpful tool and saves you a lot of time in programming. I've written some cues to illustrate this, and I'll open up the cue list by hitting the cues button underneath the cue master fader. And I'm going to use the go-to function to execute that cue on stage. So what you just saw in the visualizer was a not so elegant live move. The lights turned on, the gobo wheels and color wheels were scrolling into position as the lights were moving into place, and then they ended up in their ultimate position downstage with a rotating gobo in white. That's exactly the kind of thing we want to avoid in our regular programming by using the automark function. I've written some additional cues in cue 12. I press go. Two of the channels that are up fade to black. This is to help illustrate again what is a live move and what is an auto-marked move. When I hit go, now, two lights fade up nicely on the back wall in green, and the other two lights moved across the stage, changing their gobo wheel, changing their color information as it was underway. The auto-mark behavior was shown on the two green lights. A live move behavior was shown on the two pink lights. And I'll go back a couple steps to show how that's happening. If what I really wanted to have happen was that all four lights would show up on the back wall in their new color, in their new position, in a nice way, what I need to do in cue number 12 is turn all four lights off. So I'll select those two lights and turn them off. And I'll use my record function, update live cue. Yes, I really want to make that change. And now, we'll go back a couple. Sorry, clear everything. Go back, go forward. We'll just have a look at cue 11 again. All four lights doing their gobo thing downstage. And now all four will turn off. And without me having to pre-write it, all four lights fade up on the back wall. That's that auto-mark behavior. Because the lights are off and because they will turn on in a new position, that movement from downstage to upstage and from having a gobo to not having a gobo happens in the dark between cues 12 and 13. And that's auto-marking.